Sagittarius, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Sagittarius Tarot reading. Sagittarius Love Tarot reading. Sagittarius Love reading. And as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Sagittarius love messages channeled, love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. A reading where we're going into their feelings for you, your feelings for them. What is going on in the connection? What's on everybody's mind? Or someone in particular? Is there something you need to know or don't see coming? Is someone making a move? I don't know either. Let's take a look and see what is coming in, Sag. Oh, well, yeah. What have you been waiting for? Because somebody's getting ready to make a move. King of Wands, Leo energy, Two of Wands, Mars and Aries energy. So your fire partners, fire signs here. Two of Wands, it's a completion energy. It's like waiting for somebody to make a choice. It is around either literal travel. You can see them holding on to this world. Or it could be something within that world, you know. So travel, but also it could also even be like a relocation energy. The world which is within here is around completion. Life-changing decisions, big things, you know, setting goals, finishing goals, paying off some karmic debts, facing and overcoming obstacles to move forward to the Fool, a new cycle. Yeah, it's like a completing the picture energy. So it could be waiting for somebody to relocate, waiting for a move toward something like marriage. What does that mean? You know, family energy. It could be around so many things because it's very specific for you. So if that's around next level in terms of going exclusive or moving in, well, yeah, it's here. But it's a life-changing energy within there. Life-changing decisions, getting closer to soulmate, true purpose energy. So what you're waiting for, it's like right here behind you. And look, somebody's holding on to a wand, looking at the other wand, holding the earth, which you can see it's being highlighted. You see the light coming in on the earth, on the world here, saying hello. What is his choice? It's definitely going to be very specific for you. This is a timeless reading, Sag. It's a general tarot reading. Always take what resonates and let the rest go. If you are looking for your Sagittarius Love Tarot readings, the playlist I should say, it's linked in the description of today's video. You'll find all 12 zodiac signs there, as well as all signs tarot readings, collective love readings, twin flame readings if you're on a twin flame journey. Those are very specific. Feel free to explore. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to the Tarot Closet if you have not. An extra shout out to channel members and those of you posting super thanks in the comments. So not expected, but very, very appreciated. And please remember, if you hear my voice, my content, my readings anywhere but here, in particular, if they're altered, but even if they don't alter my voice, it's generally connected with some kind of weird static video. It's not me. You can only hear and see my readings here at the Tarot Closet. So if you are hearing my content being stolen, please go ahead and send me an email in the About Me page. But you can also just comment anywhere because comments are all held in moderation. And I will eventually see it. So thank you so much. Sag, let's continue on. What is this move? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Sagittarius. Aho. It's the Three of Cups. Oh, yeah, look at this. Somebody getting out of shadow. Ego. What's going on? So we have the Three of Cups. I will tell you, if you can see this person, it's like literally traveling to an actual event and communicating. Not everybody can see everybody, but it's definitely here. You know, that party or a wedding, something you think they're going to be at, you know they're going to be at, they could be at, they probably are. It's Mercury and Cancer energy in the Three of Cups. Quite an emotional conversation. I want to validate around Mercury communication that it is oftentimes very strongly connected to reading and writing, as I talk about often here at the Tarot Closet. So we could be looking at a text message, social media, email. How do you normally communicate with this person? It's coming here with shadow in reverse, as you can see. This is the Devil energy, Capricorn, and Saturn energy. So for me, it really is this person getting out of shadow, getting out of ego in order to communicate. So whether it's sending a message you've been waiting for, like, what have you been waiting for? What have you been waiting for that King of Wands? Excuse me. My third chakra is starting to go wonky. To do. I think it's definitely to communicate and to get out of ego. There are some power struggles that I feel are here, Sag. There could be other things around this Devil energy in terms of somebody who's you've been waiting for to make some big life changes, to give something up, you know. This can sometimes be around money or vices. It's, you know, it's going to be really specific for you. But the conversation that you've been waiting for, the move, is here. It's like right kind of coming up, I want to say. That King of Wands connected to that Two of Wands, the waiting for this person to make a choice. Exactly, again, what is that? Giving something up that hasn't been for anybody's highest good, a literal relocation, just coming toward you to communicate. The Wands are the fastest energy. And we have the Lovers card here. And the Magician as well. What I was saying is the Wands are the fastest energy. Gemini energy here in the Lovers card. Venus, the planet of love. Yeah, there might be a decision coming in here. I tell you what, look at this. The Magician as well, right below the Lovers card. Gemini and Virgo energy. As above, so below. So taking this inspired action. Oh my God, finally. Oh my gosh, it feels like finally kind of energy. The Magician is connected both to the solar plexus chakra I do and the throat chakra I speak. Communication, super clear. They have everything here. Access to all the elements, water, air, earth, and fire. And can alchemize past, current energy, kind of set things up for the future. So I like this energy of coming in. And what have you been waiting for around this Lovers card? Are you waiting for commitment? Are you waiting to talk about it or just to even get out of no contact? Are you waiting for something bigger like marriage? That could be the case for some of you. That is super specific. But I do want to bring that in with the Lovers card. Today's Lovers card, we have the lovers depicted in wedding attire, you could say. The veil, the top hat. Obviously, we have two people who love each other here, and I do feel there's some kind of decision. You've been waiting for somebody to make a choice. We see that person in the King of Wands getting ready to make this big move, which again could be a literal move in terms of travel. Is this around next level commitment? I feel like this is what's going on here. It's just a matter of what it is. And the fact And the communication energy. Oh, the King of Wands is back, okay? And it's in reverse. So getting the courage. Here's the thing. We have our major arcana energy here today. The Magician, the Lover's card. I mean, something's going down here. We also see that you've been waiting for that and somebody's kind of on the back end of that, like getting ready to make a move. We're counting on the Court cards, the minor arcana, to kind of get it all done in order to make this happen. And we're seeing the King of Wands back in reverse, so somebody getting the courage here. And getting out of ego is really strong. Because the King of Wands in reverse, it's like a little bit of fear. It's like maybe not quite ready. So if this is around major commitment, Sagittarius, it's like somebody getting ready for that. Getting all their tools, resources organized here in the Magician. New beginnings. The potential is really strong and it's right below the Lover's card. But what exactly this is around, what level of commitment, what the choices are, it's just going to be so specific to you. But somebody getting ready, getting the courage, quite literally. 5 of Pentacles. The High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, wow. So that energy of the 2 of Wands, of waiting for somebody to make a choice, to make a move. And we're seeing here in the partnership placement, the High Priestess in reverse. It's like clouded insight, sort of blocked kind of energy. It's the shadow energy here, but that's also in reverse. So something here, I feel like it's around ego. But again, fear's been coming through and it's a validation here. So whether this is just fear of commitment, the next level, making a choice to move forward with moving in or dating exclusively, marriage, or we're looking at in that world energy that our little mouse was holding up to the other one, the person who I feel like wasn't there, holding up that world, which just holds so much. It's the future. You know, and in that world, that little world within the 2 of Wands, you know, that's around completion. Karmic debts, perhaps, needing to get paid, lessons still being learned, obstacles still being overcome, goals being met, new ones made. But the main thing is waiting for somebody to make some life-changing decisions. So whether that's marriage and commitment that they haven't been ready for, or this is just around communicating, I kind of feel like it's bigger. It's just a matter of what is that for you. Communication is clear here, that coming in, needing to happen. It's just the life-changing energy is just going to be so specific to you. If you're waiting for somebody to relocate, to move toward the commitment, marriage, to leave a particular life, that's the other thing. Is there a distance between you? Are there cultural, religious differences? Yeah, I mean, this is the decision here. And by the way, a validation for me of something going on here, most likely no contact, no communication and or in separation, or just some kind of energy, you know, something going on between you. We have the 5 of Pentacles here. Mercury and Taurus energy, and this is an energy of loss. So, and it's right here with shadow, like this person getting out of their ego and their fear and their shadow, and maybe even again some kind of vices or something going on with them, maybe even overworking, and kind of looking around and going, wait a minute, I don't want to lose Sagittarius. So are you waiting for them to take this to another level? What are you waiting for? Because there is kind of a wake-up energy here. Not kind of. There's a wake-up energy here. Also literal. I feel like somebody nocturnally, like waking up. But this 5 of Pentacles energy of somebody in this shadow in reverse, you know, the devil in reverse, kind of coming out of that energy and looking around and going, what did I do? Because there's a loss here and there's somebody who's not really feeling that great and who's also worried. The Six of Wands, wanting to get your attention. Jupiter and Leo energy. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion and prosperity. Luck, you could say, timing. Again, if you can see this person, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, it really is like what you've been waiting to hear from this person. So it could be something really big around commitment. It's just a matter of what it is for you. And if you can't see them, there's still the energy of communication. The Six of Wands, like really wanting to get your attention, because something within that little world, and the Two of Wands we saw, but also in the shadow energy, which is in reverse, the Devil energy, something has been overcome, or they're overcoming it. Because as you can see, as they're riding on their snail, which is really slow, but on top of a mushroom, which is regenerative, they are surrounded by also the Five of Wands. So what have the challenges and the obstacles been? Is it just their fear? King of Wands in reverse, shadow in reverse here, the Lover's card. Is it fear of next level? Is it fear of a literal relocation move, a big change in their life, giving something up? Maybe, yeah, I mean, not for anybody's highest good energy, because they want to tell you. And again, this is the energy of like moving around. I feel like it's kind of, you could say it's fast, but it's also, I don't know, getting their ducks in a row. It sounds kind of weird, but yeah, making some kind of changes, because we're relying on this energy to be able to realize the Lover's card and the Magician, because you have free will. Your person has free will. What decisions are you both making? Where are you going from here? The future is not fixed. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, they do change. But there's a whole lot of potential. There's clearly love here. There's decisions to be made here. But it's a matter of the directions that you're both heading. The Empress is in reverse. Taurus energy. Also Libra. Yeah, here's the thing. It's like all the, this is around, I would say, the past and the current energy, because the Empress is the leader of all 12 zodiac signs, can create and grow just about anything. It's also around timing, divine number, divine timing, this reversal energy. Somebody was ready, somebody wasn't. Somebody was available, somebody wasn't. Not being ready is pretty strong, connected to the King of Wands in reverse, ready to make that move. So whether the choice you're waiting for them to make is to propose or to move in together, move across the country, change something in their life, that's what's here that you could say got us into this energy now. Like this is around the timing energy and the fact that it's like limited resources here. So somebody not ready, somebody maybe not able to leave a job or a situation in their life, person, place, thing, scared of next level, moving in, marriage, what is it, commitment. And this is like getting ready now. Here's the Magician saying, okay, getting focused, turning these visions into reality. I'm getting out of my ego and shadow, and I'm looking around and saying, what did I do here? This conversation. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius energy. You get into the Wheel of Fortune when you get out of the Hermit. Virgo and Mercury energy. And this person has definitely been in that energy. Getting clarity and a quest for personal truth, spiritual illumination, figuring some things out. You go in there when you get out of the Strength card. And when you get out of the Hermit, things coming to fruition, you go into the Wheel of Fortune. The cycles of life. It's always spinning. You're up, you're down. But the Wheel of Fortune is connected to the throat chakra I speak. And this is very much around the communication here. The new cycle. You can see it turning. This is Jupiter energy, the planet of prosperity and expansion. And Jupiter is your ruling planet, Sagittarius. Your ruling planet also around the Six of Wands of what they have to say to you. The communication here is strong, and it's around what they were not ready for that they're getting ready for. So what is that? This conversation is about that. Have you had it already? It does feel like life-changing decisions, life-changing conversation. And life-changing decisions around this person, most likely you, I want to say like separate situations, but together here in this Lover's card energy. Page of Swords, holding on to some truth, holding on to information. Look, it's almost like letters being written and not sent, deleted. If you're not connected at all, but you're on social media, they're definitely watching. They could also be talking to other people. This page energy is oftentimes like a student. We could be looking at somebody that's younger, but we could also be looking at somebody that's not. So that's just really neither here nor there for me. But this page, this messenger who's holding on to this is getting out of this shadow energy, obviously getting into this magician energy and kind of cleaning shit up, you could say. Because that's also what the magician can do, the alchemizing energy here. This is what you want to hear. Although I think this conversation could be quite emotional. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I haven't let you go. I'm working this out. It's connected right to the shadow in reverse. So here's the thing. There can be like a greedy energy here around a lot of things. Not just money. It's the Pentacles, which can be around that. Pentacles are contracts, relationships, partnerships. They're long-term, but it's slow-moving energy. This is the Sun in Capricorn, and it's somebody who, well, the long-term energy is here around you, but it's also around something else. So whether it's around maybe even somebody who's had an issue with like money, do you know what I mean? Again, or vices. They're working it out literally as we speak. So that's the other thing around the King of Wands in reverse. Perhaps not just about not being ready for things to move forward. Also being kind of emotionally, I don't know, cut off. Yeah, not that open. Not just about the lack of readiness, you know, the fear around things moving forward. That's here. And the communication, but also around something that you're waiting for them, I feel like, to make a choice. So it could be that there's an ultimatum here as you're holding on to that world and saying, okay, either you're choosing this or this. It's that or me. This or that, ... What is it? Because they're holding on and they're like, I haven't let you go, but I just need to work this out. Look, there's bags of pentacles behind them. And I mean, it can be a lot of things. It does sort of come out like it's money. You know, just even in today's card and the energy. But that's going to be really specific. It's like, I'm working it out. I haven't let you go. And again, it could be somebody that was overworking or just something around money just is actually pretty strong. But whatever that is, because you can see the Three Pentacles around it, which brings in the Three of Pentacles and Mars and Capricorn energy. They want to come together. They want this long-term energy too. But something here has got to change, or is finally changing, you could say. You've been waiting on it. And third parties are not always about romance, like a third party as in a romantic partner, another one or something. It can also be about money. It can be about location. It can be about somebody's ego, shadow, things that they're doing, fear of commitment, whatever. It's here. The Chariot, on the move. A zebra, losing its stripes. Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know what this energy is around with the shadow, what exactly is changing aside from some shadow and ego energy. But there's something here that you either asked for them to decide between and make a choice between, or they're just doing it. I kind of feel like it's something you've been waiting for, because they're on the move. Moon in Cancer energy. Like I said, it feels like they're right on They're right there, you know? And here's the thing. You get into the Chariot when you get out of the Lover's card. That's where you go. And this is where you take the action. And this is where something changes. It's your journey together, first of all. But it could be a literal journey. Again, we could be looking at a literal journey in the way of travel. You know, somebody like finally relocating. We see them riding this snail here in the Six of Wands. The snail has their entire house. Definitely could be around that. Or I'm finally giving that up. I'm finally making this change. Or I'm finally ready. Whatever. Are you? Because there's love here. It's clear. But we're also connecting you here to the High Priestess in reverse and the Page of Swords. So you might be kind of watching each other. But that's also an energy of you're not really sure, you know? And either way, there's a new cycle here for you, Sag. So getting that High Priestess energy in the upright and trusting your intuition about what is right for you, trusting yourself. These are your gut instincts, which are your guardian angels. And we do have Archangel Raphael here, who is all about love and healing, whether it's together or apart, whatever that means for you, because that energy is here. Like this conversation just feels really big, definitely life-changing decisions. And again, the move could be literal, but it's also the move toward, well, then I want to go here, toward the commitment that they weren't ready for, that they were afraid of, or that they've needed to change things to get to. Or that you're not up for it unless they fix something, unless something has changed, you know? Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Well, not a big shocker, I'll tell you that. Connected to the crown chakra, I know. This is also connecting us to the Hanged Man, Pisces energy and timing. When you get out of there, there are paradigm shifts. You make changes, you go into the Death card. That energy is here. The card's not here, but it's here. Also where the Fool is, a new cycle. When you've figured out those life-changing decisions and completed the cycle of the little world within the Two of Wands. Also connecting to the Star. You know, a coming back together energy, a healing energy, renewal. And the Star comes after the Tower. The Tower is not here. But there may have been something around the two of you, but I feel like it's more about the Tower moment somebody's trying to avoid. Judgment is Archangel Gabriel, connected to the sacral chakra, I feel, and the third eye chakra I see, the self-awareness. Again, connected to the Death card, the Moon, the High Priestess here. It's like, you could see it. I mean, it's this blocked energy in reverse, Page of Swords, holding on to all this information, shadow in reverse, Judgment. They're waking up. Getting out of shadow, literally. Ego, fear, King of Wands in reverse. Getting clarity, making a decision. Archangel Gabriel screaming out to this lover. Wake up, what do you want? Get clear, be honest, and be clear and honest with Sagittarius. Reconciliation, closure. Are you doing this or not? Because Sagittarius is sick of waiting. Sagittarius has maybe put out an ultimatum. You know that. Make a decision, literally a final decision. It's been coming through. You're waiting for them to make a choice, and they're in life-changing decisions. And there's ultimately choices being made and life-changing decisions being made. On both ends and together. I want to bring in some channeled love messages. Messages from your person, messages from their higher self. We're going to look at this deck today. I wish I could take back my words. Well, I don't know what was said. That Four of Pentacles, no, more about the Five of Pentacles. Connected to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. Conflict, some change. So maybe some things that were said really had a bigger impact than they realized. I wish I could share my good news with you. Well, yeah, get yourself together, Sagittarius person. Get out of the King of Wands in reverse. Jump on here to our snail, which is slow in the Six of Wands today. But moving past those Five of Wands, again, what are they? People, places, things. Could be, again, relocation. But snails go underground for, I think it's around 2 years, give or take, and they come up and they get back on the trail. So it could be that for some of you, this has just been something you've been waiting forever for. Whether it's cycling in and back and forth with this person or just to wait. I hid who I really am from you. So here's the thing, it's there with the shadow in reverse. So perhaps some behaviors or vices or things that you didn't know about. People, places, things, what is it? Again, it's so specific to you. Well, they want you to know that they're so attracted to you. I regret lying to you. I hid who I really am from you. Page of Swords holding on to the truth, shadow in reverse. What did they lie about? Again, it's so specific, but I really think it's connected to the devil in reverse. To that shadow energy, literally. And also connecting to judgment, because there is also an apology here. And it's also judgment, like somebody being held accountable. I left before you could leave me. I want to remind you as well that if you feel you're sending any of these messages, well, then you are. This is your reading, Sag. And if you feel like a message isn't resonating, then it's not your message. And that's okay. I love you is here. So that's a validation going right there on the Lover's card. I wonder if you are happy without me. I hope not. It's this kind of energy that's here today. Whoa. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. That's already really clear. I bury myself in work to forget you. I tell you what, that energy of overworking or money is definitely here too. I hide behind material things as I say that. Boy, that's just really clear. Bottom of the deck. Sagittarius, I love you unconditionally. These were at the bottom of this deck. Take me even deeper, please. And you are with me always. I've just realized something. I am so drawn to you. Well, that's the star energy. Look, there's a magnet. I feel like you are distant. Well, yeah, I mean, for some of you, you completely are. Maybe you're not talking, you know. But that's also the energy of, even if you have been or this upcoming conversation, of kind of being distanced because you've been waiting on something from this person. I'm in my man-woman cave, so that's getting out of the hangman energy. That's I need some reassurance right now. Look, there's tarot cards on here. I'm in my man-woman cave. That's hanged man energy, Pisces. Again, when you get out of there, you go into the death card. And you get out of your ego, shadow. You make some major changes. You transform, paradigm shifts. It's just really clear. It's like they're still here, but getting ready to get out. Here we go. I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck. I'm shifting very deeply right now. More of that transformational energy. The death card energy. The shadow in reverse. What is that? Information, dark to light, but also literal changes. And it's sort of like it feels like if they don't rise up to that, maybe if there was an ultimatum, that it's not going to work. I can't tell you. You have free will. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, they do change. The bottom of the deck, I look to my heart for guidance. Like leading with my heart here today. Look, I love you, the Lover's card. I love you unconditionally. Connecting to Archangel Gabriel in judgment. What do you want? Wake up. Sagittarius is person. This just bumped right into my heart and fell. Those three are yours. Bottom of the deck, my world is dark without you, Sag. It's really hard living without you. Please never give up on us. We will be together again someday here with the Lovers, and I love you. You are the love of my life. Lots of wake-up energy here, actually. Wake up, what do you want? Sagittarius is person. What ultimatum do you need to hear, Sagittarius is person? What choice do you need to make? Sagittarius and what? ... Because they're having realizations here, waking up. Well, you are the love of my life. I love you. I fear you have moved on. Could be. You're jumping on that chariot. You're here checking in, though. And I don't think that's for everybody, because I think this is around somebody that you love too, and that you're just waiting for them to get their shit together. I received your telepathic messages, and maybe you've been sending that through the telepathic wires. The last channeled love message. From your person, message from their higher self, Sag. I have so many regrets. Choices that also were made. Yeah. Connected to kind of how you got here, I feel like. And again, that energy of the devil in reverse, some fear here. Choices they made, choices they still haven't made. Still a possibility to fix things. The Magician, the Lover's card, judgment. Just wake up, Sag, this person. Maybe that's you. Don't kill the messenger, but I just heard that. It's going to be really specific. Okay, beautiful soul. Beautiful Sagittarius, that's your reading today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Commenting. Comments are on. If you haven't subscribed to the Tarot Closet, I would really appreciate it if you did. These are things that, if you enjoy readings here, these are things that help keep the channel going. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when I am uploading. Don't forget, if you hear my voice, my content, no matter how altered, it doesn't belong there. This is the only place you will ever hear or see me, Christine, the Tarot Closet, at the Tarot Closet channel. So if you do, please let me know. Send me an email through the About Me page. You can also comment anywhere on the channel and I'll see it. Comments are in moderation, so eventually I'll see it. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light, hoping the best outcome for you, and looking forward to seeing you at another love reading soon.